Get it out, what you handsome. You and dance on. Tell your boyfriend.
It's Madden NFL 23. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Carolina Panthers and the Green Bay Packers on EA Sports.
We are at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Carolina Panthers and the Green Bay Packers. Welcome again, one and all. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Brandon Gaudin on hand alongside Charles Davis. And yes, the storyline here, the weather, snow, and more of it expected as this game continues. So how will that impact how this one goes?
Can these teams ignore the distraction and the strangeness of playing in a snow game? Because it actually affects the crowd as well. That big roar you get is often muffled when there's a snow game. And the second part, what's the footwear you got on? Does that fit the turf you're playing on? And how will it handle as things get a little bit slick?
Mason Crosby of the Packers has it teed up, and off we go from Lambeau. Taken at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. We see Carolina's offense getting set for their first possession here. And at quarterback, his second season with the Panthers, Sam Darnold.
And the thing with Sam Darnold is we know the skill set is there. May not be the most mobile or strongest arm quarterback in the league, but usually plays with really good poise, and at his best, like a point guard in basketball, able to move around and distribute the rock.
They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. He's tackled a yard short of the marker here. Good gain of 9 on first down. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Again, it's Foreman. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Darnold, he lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit. When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. So we see it right here on the opening drive, throwing the football in these snowing conditions. It's going to be very, very tough. You wonder if they're going to rethink the aerial attack going forward.
It will be interesting, and it'll be a debate, because most of the quarterbacks that we know, they believe they can throw through anything. They don't care if it's rain, snow, it doesn't matter, as long as they get a chance to throw the football. And I think a lot of coaches think that in these conditions, let's throw it early before things get worse.
Leading the Packers offense out here, the same man who has been doing so since 2008. That's the great Aaron Rodgers.
I remember watching him in college and seeing a guy that you knew had great potential, but I don't know that anyone knew that we would see how he would blossom as an NFL player who will go down as one of the all-time great quarterbacks. Can make every throw from every angle with terrific mobility, and he knows how to win games, always in contention for a championship.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw here pulled in by Lazard. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Throwing is Rodgers. This is Cobb with a catch right side. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Robert Tonyan, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for the target.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, he might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
They run again with Foreman. And he'll be taken down at about the 45. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. It's Kingsley Enagbare finding a way in to bring him down.
Well, they got a takeaway on the last drive with an interception. How about this sack as a terrific follow-up? And that keeps pressure on this offense, and it could force them into more rush decisions or another turnover.
They'll run the screen with Hubbard. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And he's going to be trapped inside his own 5. A very curious decision to bring that one out. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. First carry now for A.J. Dillon. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. The coverage unit out there thinking pass on 3rd and 3. To throw, it's Rodgers. Got a man, it's Tonyan. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. Throwing now is Rodgers. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tonyan. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Up the middle, Jones. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Here's Jones again on 2nd down. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 39. Now it's Rodgers. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
He's got Tunyon complete over the middle. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 25-yard line. Rodgers again now. And it's a Packers touchdown. 2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced to punt to get the ball back, and they've played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Fields it right around the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Excellent defensive effort to get to him and provide a little contact before the catch could be made cleanly.
Back to the air, Darnold on 2nd down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. Now following the sack, Darnold and Carolina left with a 3rd and long. Escaping the pressure right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. They'll run it with Jones. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Caught by Cobb. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. 4 yards remain on 2nd down. Ball on the 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Touchdown! Aaron Rodgers hitting Allen Lazard. And the Packers take a 3-touchdown lead. Now Crosby for the point after. Boy, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good. That time a 6-play drive. And the result, a Green Bay score. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Sam Darnold and the Panthers set to take over again. He's been picked off twice in this ball game already. And they'll try to sort things out here as they begin with the first down. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide.
And the pressure gets to him again. Kenny Clark, now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance, they've got to get the ball in his hands a lot quicker.
They showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. So on now is Johnny Hecker to punt this one away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Fielded at the 20. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here.
But Charles, they're really stringing these possessions and scores together early. We're still in the first quarter, but if they can score again here, look out.
Yeah, and as you taught me when we're broadcasting games, one word we're supposed to avoid, and that's blowout. But that's exactly what's going on here. Down 3 possessions just the first quarter. That goes beyond any worst-case scenario we might have thought coming into this game. And another touchdown here, that should eliminate any hopes for any type of a comeback.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17 into the red zone. First down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating him up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4.
He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones, a 5-yard touchdown run, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
Boy, CD, what a start for them. Still in the first quarter, they're absolutely blitzing them. All the points that they've put up, I'm not sure what you say on the other sideline right now.
I think it's as simple as this, partner. The way that they're playing, there's no limits on what this lead could become.
Crosby with the extra point, and that makes the score 28-0.
So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away.
This is taken just shy of the 10.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big, this early. But that's the spot they're in as they come up to try again here. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Here's 2nd and 9.
Back to throw, Darnold. He's going to look deep for more. It got his man, complete. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, 71 yards.
And the Panthers get a bit closer.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He'll let this go deep for Lazard, and that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Rodgers. He'll let this go deep for Lazard. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The offense on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Rodgers now to throw. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. He finds Watson complete. And he is going to have a Packers first down. It's a gain of 12 on 4th. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Rodgers. That's complete to Lazard. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up.
Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A big pickup of 38.
Frankly, I don't know that this defense knows what to do anymore. Just look at their body language out there. The passing game has absolutely been relentless throughout.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Here's Rodgers. Caught on the slant. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal. Dillon. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Dillon again, and he will again go backwards as they drive him back to the 4-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
That was the kind of play that this defense needed because it has not been a good half for them on that side of the football. Maybe they can use that one to regroup a little bit.
And it's a Packers touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers are able to add on to their first half lead. And Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, it's multiple series now that have ended with him in the end zone. They purposely utilize him best when they get in close.
Extra point try now for Crosby. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it was Robert Tonyan capping it all off on the touchdown grab. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Roberts electing not to try it, and this will come out to the 25. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, and they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for Carolina. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at about the 14. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Here's Aaron Jones in the offense, trotting back out. He's in his zone. Second quarter, already closing in on a 100-yard game.
And that's the magic number for a running back. Anytime you get to that triple digits, that's all you're looking for. But he's got a chance to really exceed that in this one.
Yeah, he does. That's been the gold standard for a long time, hasn't it, that 100-yard mark?
It really has, and that never has to shift because it's in a game. It's a 1,000-yard mark. I'm wondering, since we've gone from 12 to 14 to 16 games, maybe we need to up that a little.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing is Rodgers.
Quick slant to Watson. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
An inside give to Jones.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
From the 39, Rodgers.
He's got the hook up with Downs.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 38-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38.
Rodgers' throw complete here on target to Tunyon. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
97 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Rodgers. This is caught. Touchdown. Aaron Rodgers on fire. His 5th touchdown pass of the ball game.
And the Packers have taken a 5-touchdown lead. In the second quarter already, his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game. I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Now Crosby for the point after. And the route is on here in this first half. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays.
And it was all capped off by a touchdown catch from Christian Watson.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
And Roberts choosing not to bring this one out. The Carolina offense about ready to go. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
On first down, it's Darnold. Eluding the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Foreman.
And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35.
The offense on third down tonight, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. Now Darnold. And that is incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on third down.
Here's Johnny Hacker now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers.
A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon.
And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
The give is to Jones.
And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
Again, it's Jones. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On play action, it's Rodgers. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Rodgers going to go on 4th down. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. They'll get 19 yards there, and that leads to a Green Bay first.
Brandon, I have one word for you after that completion for a first down.
Lucky?
Analytics.
Well, the analytics say you punt the football there.
So we're changing to analytics as we go, right? What a big-time play for them, and really took a big-time chance.
Yeah, big-time first-half chance. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Rodgers going to throw. Flush to his right.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Rodgers to throw once more. Able to find Lazard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To throw, it's Rodgers.
This one swung out here to Jones.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. They'll try again with Jones. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Here's Rodgers to throw. He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Packers have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Extra point try now for Crosby. And the route is on here in this first half. That one was an extended drive. 14 plays all told. And it was all capped off by a touchdown catch from Christian Watson. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Taken from about the 12. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Now the offense for the Panthers here getting the football back. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
A first down throw, Darnold. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Now it's Darnold. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Here's Foreman. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. Thomas has got it. Complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. And for Darnold, this may be a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped.
Offside. Defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here. And that's caught inside the 35. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, BG, thanks very much. And welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, time for a check of the next-gen stats from that first half for Carolina. And they didn't get a whole lot accomplished through the air in those first 2 quarters of play. They'll need to up their game if they want to rally all the way back. You'd have to imagine, given the snowy condition, lots to talk about at halftime for these 2 coaching staffs. Plenty of decisions to be made for this second half for sure. And for the call, we hand it back over to Brandon Gaudin.
Indeed, Coach. Thanks very much. And that snow you alluded to showing no signs of stopping, at least in the foreseeable future. This one fielded at the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Alan Lazard and the rest of the Packers back out for another drive.
Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting him, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Throwing now is Rodgers. Throwing left side, and Watson has it.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he's going to have the Packers first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches. To throw is Rodgers. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. Now he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. They'll run with Foreman.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Again, it's Foreman. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll run a draw now with Hubbard. He's brought down after a pickup of 5, but he needed 8. 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
Packers all set to go again. That means we'll see Christian Watson.
So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
I don't know.
Throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far.
On the counter, here's Jones. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd and 7, Rodgers. Got a man, that's Lazard. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 39. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
A check down here to Jones. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Throw right side, this is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. And it's a Packers touchdown. Robert Tunyon, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers have got it on cruise control. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they've built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
Now Crosby for the point after. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards.
And it was Robert Tunyon capping it all off on the touchdown grab.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Roberts electing not to try it, and this will come out to the 25.
And the Panthers coming out now.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Darnold throw complete there to Thomas.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. A carry for Foreman. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Looking for the out route, and he's got more.
And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Darnold.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Adrian Amos with a pick. There he goes left side. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a paper touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the 1st half have now followed them into the 2nd half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And Roberts choosing not to bring this one out.
Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball. And it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Darnold to the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feed down complete.
third down. Here's a run by Hubbard.
And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll be the call to the punt team as it's fourth down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
13 yards, the tally on the return there.
And that will come the offense as they take over. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34. Now Rodgers. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw brought in by Watson. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So now on fourth down, Rodgers will give way to Mason Crosby for the field goal try. The kick by Crosby is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So tack on 3 more, though this, it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner, but at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great too.
Roberts electing not to try it, and this will come out to the 25.
The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Meanwhile, Darnold's throw into the hands of the receiver, Chabot.
It'll go as a gain of 4. And now we've got a third down and 3. Darnold.
His man, Terrace Marshall, complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Darnold completes it, and they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll run out of the gun. It's Hubbard.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. To throw is Darnold.
He'll dump this one off to Hubbard. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space, because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Now Darnold. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and they will remain well behind.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
Christian Watson and the rest of this offense back out now. He sort of just keeps chipping away at this defense. Hasn't had a spectacular game, but here in the third quarter, that they've known all game long that he's there.
He's the type of guy that frustrates you if you're playing defense, because when you think you've taken away something or you think you've got him in check, he comes up with another catch, the chains move, or he finds a way to get it to the end zone. He's that guy that drives you crazy, and offenses love him.
He's hoping to drive him more crazy here coming up. The throw over the middle, taken in. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
These Packers and these Packer fans really thrive in the cold temperatures here at Lambeau, and their guys have the lead here with a 1st and 10. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. Third quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 158 yards rushing for him now as this sensational afternoon continues. Rodgers now on 1st down. That's complete to Cobb. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. 2nd down and 3. Now Rodgers. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Got a man, it's Tunyon. Touchdown! Robert Tunyon, 29 yards. And the Packers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Extra point try now for Crosby. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. This one fielded at the 5. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that.
Now the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Carolina. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Nixon now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Green Bay's offense ready to go again.
They have just been scoring at will. It's been score after score after score, and a lot of times we use the term blowout for a lopsided ball game. And this has kind of gone past that. I think we're in historic territory right now.
You nailed it. Historic territory. Perfect phrase for what we are watching. If this were a movie, what kind of rating would we put on it? Who would you allow to watch what we're watching right now? Let's hope this one gets over fast, because this game well decided a long time ago.
They'll go for a gain of 7, and now it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Jones. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. They'll complete this one to Watson. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Steps away. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers flushed out right. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive, as this is 3rd and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. He finds Watson complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards. On play action, it's Rodgers. That one caught downfield by Watson. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. The end result, 21 yards.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
And the offense moving quickly to the line.
2nd down, another shot for Jones.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Aaron Jones.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Packers continue to pour it on here in the 4th. But Charles, in this win, they've really just had one speed, and that's been all out. They're still driving the ball downfield despite the circumstances and the big lead, and they just continue to find ways to get into the end zone with ease.
They're certainly in that zone where almost everything they try is successful and often leads to points. Teams don't get those types of games very often, so when they do, many of them just want to take advantage of it to the last second.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
And onto the field, here come the Panthers.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Darnold. And he hits on the slant route to Marshall. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And they'll run on 1st down with Hubbard. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Darnold.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
So a failure to connect on 2nd down. That leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now it's Darnold. And the throw there going to be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
On third down, and the ball is knocked out, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
I don't care what the scoreboard says, partner. You know who's winning this game right now?
Mother Nature?
Yes, indeed. Precipitation's winning in a big way. Sloppy, all these turnovers right now.
Yeah, well, this was the forecast. We got what was forecasted, and we touchdown Panthers. Ian Thomas, 30 yards. And the Panthers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Piñeiro's extra point up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. Nixon now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Packers all set to go again. That means we'll see Christian Watson. He's north of 150 yards in this game. He's been doing his thing, hasn't he?
That he has, and he's been enjoying himself. And it's the type of game that you get locked into a pretty good groove. May not be record-shattering, but it's the type of game that if you accumulate that throughout a season, you're going to be one of the top receivers in the game.
See how much they incorporate him here on this drive. 177 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. From the 30 on second down, Rodgers pass to Lazard, bringing it in on the crossing route. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives them a first down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Now a play fake. Rodgers on the move to his left. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Up huge on the scoreboard, and they're still trying to add to their total. That shot doesn't connect, but I don't think it'll dissuade them from attempting another one.
Now a man open down the middle of the field, and they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 29-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. There's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the fourth quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
On second and 9, Rodgers. That's complete to Lazard. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal.
Carter, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
Now Jones. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, second and goal. Jones again. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Packers just continue to roll. Well,
Well, Charles, they had the comfortable lead, and now it's even more comfortable. Another score here in the fourth quarter to grow that lead.
But I think your initial reaction is surprise when you see a team piling it on this late in the blowout. But there are plenty of coaches who also think that if you pull up completely and stop trying to play the game, it shows disrespect to their opponent. So they don't want to embarrass them. They continue to let their players go for it.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Here's Roberts to bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Carolina getting set to take the field. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. He's got a man. That's Marshall. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. To the air again, Darnold. Connection made with Chenault. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's Darnold. Now he steps away. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Packers are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. On play action. Now Rodgers out to his left. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. Open man, here is Cobb. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 25 yards that time. To throw is Rodgers. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. And again, it's Rodgers. Slant route, he's got Dobbs. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Rodgers keeping it himself from 5 yards out. And the Packers extend their lead yet again. Well, they just continue to roll. And, Charles, for you and I, we want the close games, but for them, it has to be so nice to enjoy this big cushion.
I can't remember the last time we saw them play this loose and have this much fun. I think they'd love to be able to capture this game, carry it with them from week to week, and be able to execute like this in all the rest of their games.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Panthers now set to take over offensively. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, here's the give to Hubbard.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Here's Darnold. And now here's another interception. Rasul Douglas picks it. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Caught by Jones. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Rodgers looking to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers.
And he'll let this go deep for Lazard.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Rodgers going to throw. Able to find Lazard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right.
And he'll let this go deep for Lazard.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Darnold. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Darnold. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.